Oh my god!
Nora and Marge. Hey Nora, I was looking for a particular lamp of mine that happened to be in your attic and found a box of baby clothes and stuff. Is it Jeannie's? Hi Marge. Yup, it's Jeannie's. And did you find a lamp? No, I kind of forgot about it. I brought the box over to my place. Is that okay with you? Oh, sure. But a lot of it is old and delicate, so handle it with care, please. Yeah, it's been what, 14 years? Yes, sometimes when she's having one of her angsty teenage moods, I go up to the attic and look at her teeny tiny baby clothes and reminisce about how small my baby girl used to be. I totally feel that. When Nathan was in his teens, I used to go through his baby photos all the time. He was also so moody as a teen, so I guess Jeannie gets it from her dad. Probably does. But I was thinking, a lot of the baby clothes and stuff is in pretty good condition, Nora. Oh yes, I guess that's a good thing. Have you ever thought about what to do with it? Not really. I figured we'd just keep it there in the attic. We definitely don't want to sell or donate. It means a lot to us, and I'm sure it would mean a lot to Jeannie too. Are you sure about that? Yeah, positive. Look, I don't mean to be pushy or anything, but a lot of this stuff, it could sell for a lot. You know, I mean, you're a pretty famous singer, and Nathan's a popular footballer. Your kids' clothes would sell for a pretty good price. Thanks for calling us famous, but that's one of the advantages of being famous, right? We have enough money, thankfully. And to be honest, baby clothes aren't exactly stuff we'd appreciate being auctioned off or anything. It just seems really inappropriate. We're not famous enough to get away with something as absurd as that. I mean, why not? Celebrities have auctioned off their used tissues, so why not, right? It could be a really good idea and probably make you guys even more popular. I don't know. I'm not really comfortable with the idea, and to be very honest, I want to keep Jeannie's baby stuff. It's of great sentimental value to me and Nathan, like I already told you, and I definitely wouldn't want anyone else to have it. But the money, Nora. Think about the money. Fame doesn't last forever, and neither will your money. I know, but that doesn't mean I'll let go of something that means so much to me. The money doesn't matter to me right now. But it will, honey. Think about it rationally for a second here. You're going to need it to secure your family's future, right? So do the smart thing. Auction it off. That's what I say. I don't know. I'm sure Nathan will agree with me here. Anyway, right now I'm a bit busy, so I'll talk to you later. Okay, think about what I said though. Catch you later, Nora. Nora and Nathan. Nathan, are you busy right now? Picking Jeannie up from school. Why? Your mother was acting very strange. She was in her attic, looking for some lamp. Then she found a box of Jeannie's baby stuff and was trying to convince me to auction it all off for some extra bucks. Oh man, she's been bugging me about cutting costs for a while now because she thinks we're taking her fame and money too lightly. I don't know what's gotten into her all of a sudden. Dad thinks it's because they're not doing too well financially right now, but she just refuses to take my help. Wow, you really think so? I mean, I can understand why she wouldn't want to borrow or take money from her son, but if she's struggling with finances, then I don't see a reason as to why she should say no to our help. We're family after all. Yeah, exactly. I've offered like 100 times. Dad is fine with it. Mom's the one with a massive ego and just can't come to terms with it. She's even talked about selling off the house and moving into some place smaller, but Dad won't have it. But her suggestions are getting out of hand. I'll agree with your father on that one. I mean, she was practically pushing me to auction off Jeannie's old stuff. I told her that it's of great sentimental value to us, so of course, we wouldn't be interested in that. And secondly, money's not a problem right now, so why would we even think of doing such a thing? I don't know if I was firm enough, though. The box is with her right now, and I don't know how to ask for it back without seeming mistrustful. Who would even buy our kids' baby stuff? That's just weird. I mean, she's just acting so strange. I don't know what to say to her anymore. I'll talk to her though, and get the box back somehow. I don't think she'll go through with auctioning it without our consent though, so I guess we can breathe a little. I guess. I hope she doesn't, because that would be pretty insane. But yeah, I think you should talk to her and definitely offer to help her out. Give the money to your dad in secret. She never has to find out, because I don't think the way she's acting right now is healthy at all. Refusing help out of pride has never ended well for anyone. Yep, agreed. I'll talk to Dad and suggest the same thing, because I can't bear to see him get troubled because of Mom's pride. And honestly, this is sort of her own fault. Nobody asked her to spend lavishly. What did she expect was going to happen? Once Dad retired, she's never worked a single day in her life, left me to nannies, and spent Dad's hard-earned money like it was nothing, so this was bound to happen one day. Gosh, I feel awful for your dad. Your mom really needs some lessons in savings. Agreed. Anyway, see you at home. I'll talk to you later. Okay, see you. Bye. Nora and Marge. Hey Marge, I wanted to ask if you could return the box of Jeannie's stuff today. I can't, actually. Oh, you want to hold on to it for another day? That's okay, I guess. No, you don't understand. It's gone. I auctioned it off. One of my close friends was hosting one today, so I took the opportunity. Wait, what? Yeah, made a good deal of money today. I'll hold on to it for you guys. You two really underestimated your fame, honestly. Lots of bidders were interested in your stuff. Let me get this straight. You auctioned off of your granddaughter's baby stuff after I specifically asked you not to? Look, it was for the best. Nobody was using it, and it was just rotting away in some old corner of your attic. So I did what I thought was best for the two of you. Don't hold that against me. You'll be thanking me in a few years that I did this. Trust me on that. Really, this was for us? This was to secure my family's future? Yes, of course it was. Who else would it be for? It has nothing to do with the fact that you've been doing pretty badly financially and have been struggling with money for a while? Are you sure it has nothing to do with that, Marge? What are you even talking about? You know very well what I'm talking about. How could you be so selfish, Marge? How could you auction off your own granddaughter's stuff so heartlessly, in spite of knowing what it all meant to us? This is just so insanely selfish. I have no idea what to say to you right now. Get me Jeannie's stuff back, Marge. Don't be silly, Nora. Of course I can't do that. It's all been sold, and for pretty great money too. Don't worry about it. Don't you get it? I don't give a damn about the money. I want Jeannie's baby stuff back. I can't do that for you. I'm sorry, but honestly, you need to calm down right now. Nobody was even using it. Nobody needed it. Nobody's even going to care that it's gone. I care. Nathan cares. I don't know why you think this is okay, Marge. It's absolutely not. I can't believe you sold it without even asking us first. What the hell were you even thinking? I was thinking for the betterment of this family, something that you also need to start doing. Oh, that's bullcrap, and you know it. All you were thinking about is yourself, so don't try to act otherwise. How dare you insinuate that? Of course, that's not what I was doing. Oh, really? Then you'll give us the money, right? No, I'll hold on to it for you guys. You two are pretty irresponsible with money. The fame has gotten to your head, so you obviously don't know how to handle your finances. And you do? Please, Marge, don't act as if you were doing all of this for anyone except yourself. How is the woman who spent her husband's money lavishly for most of her life supposed to teach me how to spend my own money? How dare you say that? I'm your mother-in-law, Nora. Watch your tongue with me. You have no right to be speaking to me in that tone. You should be thanking me right now. I did you a favor by making sure those dirty clothes and toys sold for a good price. You should be grateful to me, and look at the way you're speaking to me right now. This is just unacceptable. You had no right either, Marge. You had absolutely no right to take away my daughter's stuff and sell it without my consent, but you still did. Honestly, I don't know what you thought I was going to say. Be thankful to you for what? For snatching away important and tangible memories of my daughter's childhood and selling it to strangers for some money? It wasn't just some money, it was quite a lot, and you would know how to value it if you weren't such a spoiled brat, Nora. But of course, that's too much gratefulness that I expect from someone as self-centered as you. You can't even see how much good I've done for you right now. This is disappointing. I don't care about the money at all, Marge. I don't know how many times I need to repeat myself for you to understand it. It's the memories that matter to me more, alright? And now they're gone, and you're obviously not even going to let me have the money, so what's the point of it all? You are just selfish, so stop trying to disguise it with concern for me or Nathan. If you actually cared about us, you wouldn't have done what you did today. Just accept that you were being selfish instead of putting up with this whole act. Fine, whatever. I did what I had to, and I have no regrets about it either. It was just a bunch of baby stuff. It's not my fault. You're so attached to some ratty old baby clothes and toys. Grow up and stop being so materialistic. That's a bit rich, coming from the woman who auctioned off her only granddaughter stuff. But with your massive inflated ego, there's not much that I could even expect from you. If you just accepted Nathan's help, you wouldn't have had to go through and do such sly stuff behind our backs. But that's just who you are, I guess. Whatever. I don't even care. Yeah, of course you don't. Goodbye, Marge. Nora and Nathan. So she sold it. What? Your mother. She did exactly what I was afraid she was going to do. She wasn't asking for permission at all. She auctioned off everything in the box. That's exactly what I was expecting from her. What the heck? Yup, she's very proud of the big money that she's made out of it, though. So, make of that what you will. She can't do that. I'm calling the cops right now. What the actual hell? No, Nathan, we can't get the cops involved. The media will have a field day with this bit of information. So what are we supposed to do? Just sit back and take this disrespect? She sold our daughter's stuff without our consent, Nora. That's bloody illegal and so selfish. She's keeping the money with herself, isn't it? Yep, of course she is. But the stuff is gone, and we won't get it back no matter what we do. So what's the point of getting the cops involved and risking our own names, getting dragged through the mud in the process? So what exactly do you think we should do? Because I'm definitely not going to sit back and pretend that I'm okay with it, because I'm not. I know, sweetie, I know, but I have a plan, thankfully. You don't know this, but I've been paying for your parents' expenses. Your mom was obviously too unnecessarily egoistic to accept your help. So your dad and I decided to keep it a secret from both of you, our arrangement of sending him money every month to cover the expenditure. What? Why would you do that? And why didn't you tell me? I don't know. I didn't want you to feel awkward. I lost my own parents at a very young age, so I just felt like I was helping out my own dad this way. Didn't feel the same way about your mom though. Even with whatever I would send, she would end up overspending on stupid stuff. Okay, that's sweet. The thing about dad. But what now? What do we do? Nothing. I'll tell your dad about what she's done, and he can come down to his own conclusion about what he wants to do with that information, but I'll definitely be informing him that now I can only pay for his expenses. Okay, but how is that going to help anything? Whatever money she's made from the auction is eventually going to run out, and then she's on her own, and obviously we'll be going no contact with her since she clearly has zero concern for you or our daughter. What if dad doesn't do anything? Please, Nathan, you know your dad. He's going to be pissed. He'll definitely give her a piece of his mind, if not anything else. And you know how much he adores Jeannie. He's not going to like any of this. I guess you're right. I still think we should contact the cops. If this doesn't work, then we will, alright? Okay, I guess. Trust me. Finally, When I told my father-in-law what had happened and how sorry I was about it, he was adequately shocked and appalled. Of course, he apologized on his wife's behalf and said that he would definitely talk to her and try to make sure that at least some of the stuff came back to us. When I went home, Nathan was fuming and was almost on the verge of getting his lawyers, but I stopped him before the situation spiraled out of control. Getting the cops involved would only end up in bad press, and that's the last thing we or Jeannie needed, getting mobbed by the Paps at school or anywhere else. After a while, we heard from Nathan's dad, who was quite grim, and asked if he could stay with us for the night. Of course, we agreed. When he came over, his eyes were rimmed with red and he looked miserable. Apparently, when he'd confronted Marge, she blew up at him and told him that them being poor was all his fault, and if he just earned more before retiring like a lazy good-for-nothing man, then they wouldn't be in trouble right now, and she wouldn't have had to take such extreme measures. The sheer ungratefulness and hypocrisy of the situation and Marge's words made me want to go over and slap some sense into that woman. Nathan and I comforted him and told him that he could stay with us for as long as he wanted to, and we would have his back in whatever decision he took. Even Jeannie had crawled out of bed, and even though she was too young to understand the situation, she knew that her grandpa was upset, so she gave him a hug, and that was a pretty sweet family moment. The next morning, I had people bring over my father-in-law's stuff over to my house, and when Marge realized what was happening, she began calling me and texting me, trying to scare me into sending him back by saying that she would have terrible things printed about me in tabloids that would ruin me. But I had my shark little lawyers ready to go, who let her know that if she even breathed near me or my family, she'd be behind bars, and that was a promise. It was probably one of the most satisfying moments of my life when I got to tell her that it was me who had been paying for all her expenses these past few months, but now that her husband wasn't with her anymore, there was no need for me to do that, and she was now on her own. Of course, she was too egoistic to apologize and pretended as if she was okay with that. So that's her life now. No husband, no son, and no grandchildren. I hope the measly amount of money from the auction can make up for that.